Is this thing figure of the year material? Let's find out.
And here we go.
My Alien Dad. This is a Zoomrig 1/12 collectible action figure, and I've got to say this thing looks really awesome. We're going to do this video a little different than we normally do, but we are going to stay true to taking a look at his package first. So let's grab this really quick. As far as material that this box is made out of, it's disposable in my opinion, but this front image looks really good. My Alien Dad there at the top, and this kind of comic book-esque image looks really, really awesome. On the side, it just says My Alien Dad there, and then a picture of the head right there. On the top, My Alien Dad. Again, I'm noticing a theme, but here on the back, it's in some languages that I don't speak, so we're going to move on from that. And of course, it's got the accessory pack. We will talk about its contents very, very shortly, but let's get back to this figure right here. I'm going to go ahead and pop open the clamshell here, and we are going to take a look at him because this figure is basically two figures in one, and I'm going to review it first and foremost just as it comes in the package. Right here he is. This thing is really cool. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looks like I'm gonna be showing my age here, but this looks like this could be Captain Soviet Union or something here with the star on the front. Looks really, really cool. Shading throughout looks fan-frickin-tastic. This is probably top 2 or 3, actually I'll go ahead and say top 2 figures as far as aesthetics and look goes that I've handled all year. This thing is absolutely gorgeous, is sculpt, is organic and beautiful, and the shading, holy moly, just chef's kiss, looks so, so good. I like this head sculpt. This head sculpt right here is really, really cool. I know everybody bought this because of the accessory pack to turn him into Omni Man, and I promise we'll get to that here directly. But I tell you what, if you just got this, like, you'd be really thrilled. You'd be like, okay, this is some new made up, superhero or whatever. And it's really, really awesome. This thing it's top to bottom looks really, really fantastic. Paint is done really, really well. Where with the paint that I mean by it's with the exception of the shading, because this is really the only paint on it is just this little star with the line running down the middle of his abdomen. And that's okay. And I guess you could call this, this is like paint or whatever around through here. All done really, really well. Articulation, he moves fantastic. There's a ball peg in the neck here, double ball peg in, from the neck into the head, so he can look forward, he can look up because he flies, so that's really, really cool. And of course, all the nuance you could want. Aesthetics wise though, it's gappy right here in the neck. It's gappy. That does bug me, but is that a deal breaker with this figure? Nope. Hell no, it ain't. Shoulders, these kind of have Reval Tech shoulders, and I'll show you what I mean here in a minute, but you can get them out to 90. They just, if you know what I'm talking about with Reval Tech, it's just got that weird ball socket up underneath there, and the shoulder like deltoid itself is just more of a shell, but it's working. They can still come across the body. If you can see that looks really, really nice right there. And of course the full 360, so I love it. Bicep swivel, of course, very, very tight, but I will take that, you know what I mean? I'm not going to complain. Double jointed elbow, again pretty tight. Only really getting about 90 degrees out of it. I might heat him up and see if I can get a little bit more, but that elbow joint looks really, really good as far as aesthetics concerned. Might be one of the best looking double jointed elbows I've ever seen. That looks great. Wrists are on ball hinges, like most other figures, so you get that and your rotation. Here in the abdomen, let me fix that so it doesn't look so weird. Of course, the diaphragm brake right here, and he's going to lean forward on it very nicely. No shelving or gapping back here. He's going to lean back on just it very, very nicely. Of course, you get your lean and your tilt and twist and all that. I'm pretty sure that's a double ball peg in there. And then down here, there's another ball peg in the waist, and it crunches forward. Look at that lean forward, wonderful. Leaning back, even better. Holy mackerel, that is awesome. And then when you get more rotation down there. Very, very, very nice articulation thus far. To the legs, not a full-on split. It's just ball pegs up in there, but you're not going to get a full-on split, but that's pretty darn good. That's not too far off, and I'll take it. That's actually better than that the Fighter of Rage Goku. So, you know, take that for what it is. Of course, you're going to get a front kick right there, right up to the waist, so I have zero problem. This is movable. It's not super duper soft, but it is soft enough. Flash can kick back even with the booty right there. That's nice. Thigh swivel's built in up here, which works really good for me. Doesn't break up this beautiful sculpt. Double jointed knee. Not the most range ever, but it works. Gets a little gappy, but you can manipulate that. Like if you do this right here, kind of hold it in place and make the bottom part go first. You don't have that, so that's pretty good. No shin swivel. Ankles are a ball hinge, so they'll go down a little bit, up a little bit, get a little bit of rocker. No peg hole, and he does have a toe hinge that actually doesn't make me want to faint. I don't know if you get quite enough articulation of it for it to do much, but it's not too shabby. So looks wise and articulation wise, just in this form alone, this figure is top notch. Like I said, probably top 2 or 3 that I have handled so far this year. For accessories for this portion of the guy, of course, it comes with a crossed arms portion right here. When they are painted and sculpted really, really well, if you've watched my channel, you know I don't like to apply them, but they are there and they look good. And you get 10 hands, the 2 fist hands on him in the package, and then some pointy fingers, open hands, 2 different types right there, and then like some knife hands right there. So a nice spread of accessories as far as this portion. Now, drum roll. I know everybody has been waiting to take a look at the accessory pack. Ta-da! And here it is. It is an Omni Man pack that you can turn this guy into Omni Man, and we'll do that while we're on camera. I have not done it yet, so bear with me because I'm going to fumble through it. But it looks really, really good because you get 4 Omni Man head sculpts, an exchangeable neck piece where their skin's showing because, you know, obviously he doesn't have a hood on like the other one. And then this, I don't know if this is a neck piece or if this goes on the back of his head for his gray hair. I'm not sure yet, but we'll figure it out together. And of course, we get the cape. The cape looks really good. It's attached to an exchangeable chest piece with some more of that beautiful dry brush or airbrush, excuse me, shading on it. The cape, not the finest material ever, but it is wired all the way around, and I have a feeling that you'll be able to pose it just about however you want to. But let's get him exchanged out, and we'll do that right here on camera. I might speed it up, so if it goes quiet, you'll be all right. Head comes off. We're going to pop the neck piece off. We're going to put, if I can get it to pop down on there, boom, the other piece. We got to pop this piece right here off, the chest piece, to put on the other piece right there. If you see that, that pops off. And then right here, this just will go over his shoulders, I'm assuming. Like I said, I haven't done this yet. And if I can line up the peggy pegs, boom.
You son of a bitch.
We've got him. We'll just put on a neutral, sorry, I'm being so quiet, a neutral Omni Man head. And yeah, that's what this is for. Let me pop this back off. See that gap right there? That's what this is for right there. So I'm going to take his head back off really quick. I'm going to put on, probably put it like this. Yeah, that feels right. Screw it.
Stop it.
Maybe?
A few moments later.
All right, I figured that out off camera, and I've got that piece back there on properly. One complaint I am going to say real quick before we talk into how awesome this is, the paint, the skin tone paint on that extra little neck piece to hide this gap back here doesn't match the skin tone that they gave us for the extra neck. So that's a little annoying. You probably wouldn't pay that big of attention to it, but it is a thing. But this looks really, really darn good. He's got, you know, the Omni Man. He looks like, I'm sorry, I don't watch Invincible, but I thought this figure looked really awesome. Looks just like the figure, the character, excuse me. Looks really, really awesome. He's got 4 different heads, excuse me. Got this head right here. Then he's got a kind of just a neutral, serious head that's painted really, really well. And then we got a head right here where his eyes are closed, and it looks really, really darn good. And got an open mouth yelling face, and the eyes look really darn good. I know that his eyes are red right here because I think those are supposed to represent where like he got in a fight with some other character that poked him in the eyes or something. But anyways, as Omni Man, this figure looks even cooler. Again, I'm not a super big fan of cloth goods, but this is pretty decent. Not the finest material, like I stated a minute ago, as far as for the cape, but I guess it will work. Usually the colors don't match up, but this isn't too darn bad. I think this guy looks really, really awesome. Even as the normal one, if you just looked at this figure from this perspective right here, one of the best figures they've released so far. And then when they, it has an option to turn it into a really, really popular character. Yeah, I can see a lot of people thinking that this should be, figure of the year. It's definitely up there. I'm not going to tell you it's figure of the year personally yet, but man, does it look really good. I like this thing a lot. I don't know if it's available anywhere right now. Probably AliExpress you could find it. I don't know if you'd be able to pay what I pay for it. I think I only paid like maybe 60, 65 bucks for this thing on 5K Toys. I don't know what it runs anywhere else, but this is darn good. This thing looks super duper awesome. We've already looked at its articulation. It moves fantastically. It is painted and sculpted beautifully, and I just really like it. Do another little set of comparisons now that he's Omni Man next to these characters. Here he is right here with Captain America. It looks really, really cool. He's about the exact same height as Captain America, so there's that. Here he is with the Storm Arena Ryu, and he's taller than Ryu like he should be, and that looks really good. And lastly, here he is with the kind-hearted Saiyan Goku, and he's definitely a lot taller than Goku. And that's okay. That would be a killer fight, would it not? But anyways, that's pretty much all I have got for this. I wanted to mostly make this review about the base figure, and I'm super duper impressed. And then the fact that you can get a kit and make it look like Omni Man, that's even better. But anyways, that is all I've got for this top-notch figure. Be on the lookout for my middle of the year. I know I'm a little bit behind schedule, but my middle of the year best figures of the year so far video. This guy may or may not be on it. Wink, wink. Anyways, that's all I've got. Like, subscribe, comment. This has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.